Hey everybody, this is Jackie, ma'am. This video is about to be about using the different um modalities of our nature, and what I'm talking about is your masculine and feminine energies. Hold on, Empress. I got popsicle here. All right. So anyway, this video is about to be about how to use those qualities properly. Now we know that masculine energy is, if you look at a battery, it would be the plus sign, which is the positive sign. The feminine energy would be the negative sign. And when we say positive and negative, we're not referring to good or bad. That's the first thing you have to lose whenever you're on a spiritual journey about something good or bad, because all things has its purpose. Negative things are necessary just as well as sometimes positive things are unnecessary and would cause trauma and more bullshit chaos. But so I had to understand and learn about feminine energy myself, because I have I don't want to say by nature, but society had kind of, I don't even want to blame it on society, but I had developed into a female that displayed a lot of masculine energy, and I didn't realize that I was very feminine as much as I could be, as far as what the status quo says is feminine. But some of us just have more masculine energy, and I kind of still do, but I still try to use it in balance with the person that I am. So your feminine energy, okay, for me, well, no, let me just say it like this. So anytime we're talking about feminine energy, we're talking about something that receives, like the universe. The universe is a black void, and darkness, being in the void, is something that you would experience whenever you're inside of something, or whenever there's nothing around you at all. But you wouldn't even be you, because you would be a part of the void too if that was the case. But anyways, so that's the reason why we look at the sun as masculine and the moon as feminine, because the moon is only a reflection. It's not even something that's in the physical realm. Anything that's like per se physical would be first the quality of would first embody the quality of a masculine trait. Now, feminine, okay, because we know with the sun, it allows us to see the physical parts of life. It even is the reason why we can even perceptualize visually what's going on, because we see through the filter of the sun. The sun is what creates the things that we see, depending on how the light spectrums are hitting different energies or whatever, however that shit works. But so, for an example, this is an example that made me begin to understand how to personally use my feminine energy. This whole spiritual awakening has been one. That was one of the top first lessons that took me a long time to realize. But for instance, if me and my man, if I had one, were on a road trip and the tire went flat, who would be the one to change the tire, acting in their rightful energy as a female or a masculine, or whatever case is? A masculine can do the same shit, but he'll be acting outside of his nature unless he's. But anyway, so about to go to sleep. The feminine would be the one to stay in the car. Not to say that her job isn't necessary or isn't needed, but the masculine would be the one to get out, look at the car. He would protrude energy. He would be forceful. He would have something that comes about. He would be the one to pursue and initiate something. As the woman sits in the car, maybe we would meditate and pray, look in our phone, find a good tire shop nearby or tow truck or whatever. But that's the reason why you have to know that both go hand in hand, the yin and yang. All things are needed. It's just needed in balance. Now, if the masculine were to get out, were to stay in the car, and the female were to get out, their roles would be switched. Unless that's just, well, I don't want to make no judgment calls on that, but their roles would be switched, spiritually speaking, if they are meant to be acting within their masculine and feminine energy. Another example, in relationships, and I'm using me for an example, I always tended to be the one, not necessarily in pursuit, but the one to try to force situations, not in relationships, just in general. I might be trying to get a job or something, because now I've learned that at least God, the universe has put me in a position where I had to sit back and allow things to come to me. That's the reason why I know one of the main lessons was to learn about my personal feminine energy and how to use it. Because I always was the type to go and pursue things and force things and make things happen, not knowing that half the time when I do that, not realizing that that's the reason why that shit was bullshit and didn't work out, because I was not acting in my feminine energy. Now, if I was to allow things to just come to me, things will fall into place. But it takes a lot of patience and willpower when you're not that type of individual in the first place. Now, I'm not saying that men should not use their feminine energy. Of course they should, and not that women shouldn't use their masculine energy. Of course we should. But in order to know the balance in between that, we first have to know ourselves. We first have to be in good standing with our karma, so that we can even be in a position to, because if you created a scenario acting out of your masculine energy and that was not the balanced thing to do, then shit, you're gonna have to play that scenario all the way out. Or even if you were to try to go into your feminine energy, it's too late. You already initiated it with masculine energy when it was supposed to be initiated with feminine energy. So that shit ain't gonna play out right either way it go. So it's kind of like you got to start from a blank sheet of paper, square one. And when you do that, hopefully you'll been on your journey for a little while to even know where you stand at as far as what's needed and what would allow you to maintain or create balance within your inner world. And when I say your inner world, I'm saying that's how you would know when to be feminine and when to be masculine. And during this time right now, I can't even really speak completely on that, because during this time I'm still under the energies of acting out my feminine energies. Now, when when that trajectory switches and I'm put in a situation, or the spirit or universe leads me to understand that now is the time for you to begin your masculine, which, okay, no, because a lot of things I do have to react in a masculine way, but it's still from a feminine perspective. Like, for instance, making these videos right here, I'm exerting energy, I'm pursuing something, but at the same time I feel balance within to do this. I don't feel like it's something that I must do. I have to do this, I need to go ahead and get this shit done. No, because I'm allowing the energies to let things flow, and also knowing how it is that I feel inside to know if that's balance. You have to observe yourself. See how things feel when you decide to initiate something or decide to let go of something. If it don't feel right, then it isn't right. But if you try to neglect those feelings and just look at what the world is, what's going on in your actual physical world, and try to go off of that, you'll fuck up every time, because you always have to check in with your inner self, and that's your feminine energy. And to go into your thoughts and begin to pursue something actually, that will be your masculine energy. But when you put those things together, that will be balanced. I'm having deja vu right now. I'm finna let this video go because oh my God, I'm still having deja vu. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm finna go because that just throw me off. Y'all have a good one.